Bright morning, everyone. I am Joshua Vistar Sampayan from the State University of Northern Negros, and I am an education student taking a Bachelor in Technology and Livelihood Education, major in Industrial Arts. Today, I'm reacting to a study that really speaks to me as an education student. The study called Language Anxiety in Focus, and it's look at the anxiety that students experience when using English in the classroom. Let's dive in the data and findings, and I share my thoughts on what we can do to help reduce this anxiety. Question number one. Speaking anxiety as a significant predictor of English proficiency. One of the most important points of the study is that speaking anxiety is a significant predictor of English proficiency. But why? Well, the study explained that students feel more pressure when they speak in English, especially in front of others. If they are constantly worried about making mistake or sounding bad, they might avoid speaking altogether. And of course, if you don't practice your skills in speaking in English, you won't improve. This is why speaking anxiety is such a predictor on how students will perform in English. Question number two. Error correction and communication anxiety. Another key point of the study is that how error correction and communication when native English speaker can increase anxiety. When teaching correction every single mistake in the moment, it can make students hyper aware of their errors. While correction are necessary, too much can make students overly and anxious. Also, when students talk to fluent English speaker, they feel even more pressure to be perfect. This fear making mistake can cause them to freeze up. Question number three, language anxiety impact on proficiency. The student used regression analysis to show that language anxiety has a strong negative effect to English proficiency. The more anxious students are, the worse they tend to perform in English. Anxiety affects their confidence, and this lacking of confidence can lower their ability to learn and use the language effectively. It creates kind of vicious cycle. More anxiety, less learning, and more anxiety. That's kind of cycle. Question number four. What can teachers do? Now, there are a big question of what teacher can do to help students reduce their speaking anxiety. According to the study, one recommendation is to create more supportive and lower pressure environment. For example, teachers can focus more on positive reinforcement and produce gentle correction, encouraging group work and conversation in a small group also helps students feel less exposed. Basically, the more comfortable students feel, the more they speak in practice when they lead to improvement. Question number five. Research method. Why both quantitative and qualitative? Finally, let's talk about why the research choose to use both quantitative and qualitative method. Quantitative data from things like questionnaire give us hard numbers and allow us to see trends across a large group of students. But qualitative data like interviews, ads, personal touch, it allow us to understand the individual experience behind the data. Combining these two methods give us fuller research understanding of the problem, which is really important when dealing with something as complex as language anxiety. In conclusion, so to wrap up, this study really highlights how anxiety can make a huge barrier to learning English, but good news is that future educator, we can make a difference by creating a supportive and encouraging environment. We can help students feel more confident in using English without the fear of making mistake. Thank you so much for watching this reaction video. And let me know if what you think about my reaction video, anxiety.